Put your sweats on for me, yeah. Cause I got the plug, I'll make it call for green. Oh, I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't ya, no. Just say you will come through and chill, oh chill. Just say you will come through and chill. Said I wanna love all night, singing. Yeah. Said I wanna love all night. Yeah. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense.
And now I see somebody brought up Total Slaughter, so now I'm gonna bring up Total Slaughter because that's definitely something you was a part of. You was at the house for that.
Total Slaughter, right?
And
I won? I didn't win.
I didn't win. Yo, I didn't win.
I did have the highest viewed episode though.
Now, what a lot of people don't know is I met Norb at Total Slaughter. I was at Total Slaughter interning for Hot 97.
What?
And so I was there in the building. I knew Smack was. So now I'm a fan of battle rap, but I'm there working for Hot 97. So
the
I'm
event.
at,
You talking about
yeah,
Joe Button?
the actual event, like the actual battle. Lux was there. Lux battle Mook, right?
Yeah.
Hollow.
Big T and Hollow. Big T.
Yeah. Hollow
That
battle
wasn't
Joe Budden.
Was it Hammerstein? That was Hammerstein?
So that's where I met Norb, and I got into the war report, and I got into all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? Total Slaughter, she really didn't know about, but what's cool about it, they was in a house, it was like freaking real world.
I did
battle rap.
People don't know what didn't happen.
I did see like an episode or so, like.
There's
but I didn't,
so much stuff that didn't get put on that I know for a fact. If somebody has that footage from the cutting floor, like.
Wait a minute. So was it like
It was not
like
battle rap had no control over it. This was something. Who was in charge of that?
Real world house part.
Yeah.
All they showed was the battles, which fucked up the whole
that's
shit.
what it was.
I seen arguing. I saw Verb arguing with K-Shine in the kitchen.
That's when I had Misfit come over and everybody.
But that out separate. That wasn't.
That was all about. Then me and Rex battled again in the house. They showed that on the editing. Me and Rex ran it back in the crib.
The actual raw shit that happened in the house didn't come out basically.
Yo, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you. All right, right.
Give us.
I have these two homegirls that are like twins, right? And they're like my sisters or whatever.
Okay.
So they work in production, in TV production, right? Now the woman that was the EP on the show, she was like one of their best friends. So she was gonna she's hiring people, for the casting. Spike Jordan was also behind it. Spike Jordan does a lot of Meek Mill's videos.
Okay.
He was like another EP. So I wasn't originally on the show. Calico was.
Okay.
2 days before. Now I battled K-Shine that Sunday, and they started filming that Saturday. That week of, I battled K-Shine on the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We all went into the house. I got called on Wednesday night to replace Calico.
Wow.
So they was like, yo, look, Calico backed out. Call, we want you in the house. But you have to have rhymes ready for Marv 1, Mav Hava, Disaster,
Because at any time a battle can pop off.
So I sat there. So I'm like,
that's crazy.
I called Mav and I'm like, yo, bro.
How long ago was this, by the way?
This is 2014. 2014.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm like, yo, Mav, bro. This is a lot, my nigga. I just battled K-Shine this week.
And this is they want you to be prepared for 4 battles.
So he's like, damn.
And they wanted you to battle Mav.
Well, they just said. Well, me and Mav just said we'll have regular verses. You know what I'm saying?
Personal.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? I could go in my mixtape bag with Mav. Mav would go in his mixtape bag. That was our agreement.
Right.
Everyone else was fair game in the house.
Right.
I already had battled Marv 1 though. I already had battled Disaster though. I already had battled half the people in there. So I was like,
what was it like being in a house with Disaster?
Let me tell you. Listen, we can get to it. So when I get there, they tell me T-Rex is going to be on the show. They didn't tell me that T-Rex was going to have the power to pick whoever. And I was just like, I don't have a round for Rex, but I was supposed to battle Rex a month before. I went to Cali and Rex no-showed. So those rounds that I had for Rex,
Oh, you good?
I
You was
used them.
prepared.
No, I used them on K-Shine that week.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
So then I sat there and said,
Yeah.
I just switched up little shit in, using on K-Shine.
Yeah.
So
People do
now
that.
Wow.
Rex knows
Shows
he's
up.
showing up to pick somebody, and he's sitting here like, I know exactly that
Oh
Cortez
my
used those rounds for
God.
K-Shine.
So
So
that's
so mind you,
fucked
I
up.
wake up and I don't know nothing. I don't know who I'm battling. I don't know nothing, and I'm still trying to memorize my shit for everybody else. But they said you have 8 hours. Once you get called out, you have 8 hours to put together the 90-second round. So I said, you know what? All right, I could go in my mixtape bag and then have another 90-second round because it was 2 rounds or
Right.
whatever. So it's 1:30. It's not that much. I'm like, all right, cool. If I got 8 hours to do it, I could put it on the beat. We had a studio in the crib and all that.
Wow.
So I was like, I know I could put some shit together and be ready. Rex walks in and he says Big T at first. And then everyone's like, oh, Big T? And he says, nah. Cortez! And nigga picks me out all the way in the back.
Oh my
And I'm
God.
like, oh, and everyone has always wanted me and Rex to battle.
Did you
so
kind of
niggas-
like sink in your seat, like
I
shit?
said, shit. So I said, all right, bet. I start going up to get ready to the room
And
and
it was like
start
in a
locking
gate
in.
and stuff. They had
Nah,
y'all like battling
but
in a
we
cage.
didn't. Remember, we didn't. They said, no, you guys got to battle on the spot.
What?
I said, what you mean on the spot? They said, you got 5 minutes. And then when we walked to the
He
basement,
probably
the
asked for that.
basement was
Mhm.
already set up for a battle. If you watch, me and Rex are the only ones that battled in the house. Everyone else battled at a
That's
studio.
grimy.
That's
So then I
grimy.
sat there and said,
Oh,
I
that's
sat there and
grimy,
said,
though.
I sat there and
That's
said,
nasty.
I turned to Joel Ortiz. I said, boy, y'all niggas lining me up, boy.
Mhm.
And he was like, what do you mean? He was like, you didn't know you had to battle?
House with rounds.
He came
Yeah,
in.
exactly. He was ready.
Now, one thing I could say is, I still got about a minute and 15 out before I stumbled. Everyone else had 8 hours and they was choking all over the place.
Right.
On the spot, I still had some shit, and we still had one of the best battles, like maybe like top 3 battles. So that was the most viewed episode. You know what I mean?
We're just gonna throw that in.
That's
there.
why niggas always throw that couch shit in there because Rex had to go and take the room, and niggas was like, oh, cool, but I definitely didn't sleep on the couch. Like, I spazzed on niggas. I ain't gonna lie. I was about to scrap with niggas in there. Like that all got cut. I was like, nah, so y'all niggas not playing me. Fuck out of here.
Right.
I start wilding. Y'all niggas added me last minute. I start wilding. Because now I felt the weight. You know what I mean?
Right. You feel like
Nah, I
it's-
do too. I feel like
But it's a-
that's.
But
you
it's
know.
a learning experience. And then I was walking around the house so aggy. The next day, I was like, yo, Rex, run it back. You know what I mean? And niggas was like, what? And I was like, yo, niggas could bet in the crib right now. Yo, run it back. And then everyone was like, fuck it. And then, boom, we ran it back. And on the edit footage.
Yo.
Huh? It's on. That footage is out. But there's other
It's
footage.
on YouTube. It wasn't part of the show.
Yeah. It was on Watch Live or whatever like that.
So you battled Rex 3 times.
Yo,
Yup.
Unc, let's rent
That
this
ass.
house.
Crazy.
Put these motherfuckers in there.
And
Let's do it.
that out the scene shit, that battle was fire between me and Rex. We going back and forth for like 4 or 5 rounds. Because you know what I said? I said I'm recycling. Fuck it. This is
Right.
television. I'm bugging. I should have just still spit the shit I spit to K-Shine. Because I was like, nigga, this is television. Fuck it. Whoever sees it and they say I recycle, fuck it.
Right,
You feel what I'm
right.
saying? I'll tell my story later that I was
Other
last minute.
percentage of people that don't watch battle rap wouldn't have known you recycled.
Exactly.
So that's a learning experience, you know what I mean, on that part. But at the same time, I was just like, alright, fuck it, man, like, you know what I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. But there's mad shit that didn't make it. There was a time when Big T and Arsenal is in the kitchen, and we waking up, it's like 10 in the morning, and Big T's like, yo, man, I can't freestyle. And he knew he had to battle that night. Big T was feeling a little discouraged because he can't really freestyle. And he choked the night before. So Arsenal was like, nigga, you could freestyle, nigga. You got to get in your bag. Da-da. So what Arsenal starts doing? Yo, come on, start freestyling. And
Aww.
Big T starts freestyling.
But
And I
on the
walk
beat.
in, right?
Aww.
And then I start freestyling. And then I grab I grabbed a notepad and like a fucking pen, and I started adding to the beat. Then fucking Math walks in, and Math grabs the cheese grater in the kitchen,
Hey,
and
son.
Math starts making some other
Aw,
shit.
see, they don't
Yo,
show
let me
stuff
tell you,
like
let me
that.
tell you. Then Daylight walks in and starts banging the pans together, and we made an actual cipher off of everything in the kitchen.
Yo, that's
and
so
I'm talking
dope. I
about.
would started crying.
Yo,
Like, you guys are
yo,
great.
I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
We all freestyled and we always making beats. We came up with hooks. We was wilding. I'm talking about for maybe like a good 45 minutes. When we finished, all the people in the production was like, "Wow, this is crazy."
Yeah.
Da, da, da,
But
da.
yet, they didn't show that.
Never showed that.
I can't.
We all battled in the crib. You see
It's
excerpts
almost
of like
like-
Mook battling Disaster in the crib and all that, and us freestyling and all
It's
that.
almost like they
That
didn't
came
want
up.
to promote the good in battle
Let me
rap. They
tell you what
wanted
was
some
fucked up.
niggas
Let me
choke.
tell you what was fucked up. If you watch the first episode, it starts off like me walking in the crib and like Math and Diz or whoever, right? They don't introduce us or give you a backstory like, hey, this is Cortez, Murder Lab, Brooklyn. You might have known me. I battled on this, this, and this. Like, you didn't get a background story. It was just, boop. If you know who he is, you know who he is. You know what I mean?
I don't like that.
And that was like where we should have had more
run
control.
well, basically.
It wasn't presented well, and that was where it fucked up at.
Another thing where somebody came in, culture vultured on battle
Right.
rap and didn't do it justice.
You know, I was in the studio with Crooked Eye last year with my dudes, the High Rollers in Texas. They was doing a feature with him, and you know, Crooked was part of the show, and we was talking about it, and he was like, "Yo, man, if we could get the right sponsors, Cole, we could do it right this time." You know, and
That would
I
be
always,
amazing for
I'd be
you
like,
to do
right,
that.
I
we did
always
it
thought
pretty
about
damn
that.
good.
You should,
I
because
always-
you were there. You know what the experience is like. You know what should be done. You know what people want to see. You should definitely do that.
I've been thinking about it. I just want to have the right thing, and then, you know, I want us to be compensated correctly. We were
Absolutely.
all so anxious for what to be on TV that we didn't.
You didn't think about that.
Yeah, because you
It's
telling
not
me
even
now.
think about that because we got paid $1,000 for every battle, and we was only rapping 90 seconds, and we each
Oh,
had.
wow.
Everyone,
I was just gonna say.
everyone on there was already.
And
So
see,
it's
the
a
fans
it's
get
a
mad
sorority
because they're like,
that
oh,
shit.
they're
I
too
hear that.
cool. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's this. At the end of the day,
Niggas
it's a
came from the
league.
bottom.
It's
No,
a
niggas-
league. You
niggas
gotta look
came
at it
from
like that.
shit.
It's a league, and outside of town, out of town, I think everybody should stick together. Nobody should do some funny money shit.
15 minutes of fame. Let's go.